Oh, hey, you're awake. Oh no, you won't break out of those.
Help!
Hey, the only shouts I want to hear are "Shake it off" and "For great justice." Now that we got that sorted out, greetings from the depths, Piandura here, and I'm going to teach you how to PvP in Guild Wars. Before I explain how, I'll tell you why to PvP. Have you ever looked at a bandit and thought, damn, I wish this guy could move and dodge to make this fight more interesting? Well, lucky for you, player versus player is all about moving, reading your opponent, and not just unloading your whole PvE rotation until the thing is dead. It's like a game of bullet chess on crack. You need to answer everything your opponent does, and vice versa. The enemy is using a healing skill? Use your own or try to interrupt it. He's about to hit you with his most damaging skill? Dodge, block, or refract it. The only difference here is that the enemy queen is a wheelbender that just got all the buffs in the game for the next 5 seconds and currently is teleporting on your location while casting a stun. Alright, let's move to what class should you play. As we all know, balance of skills and classes is being changed constantly, for better or worse. If you love your class or specific specialization enough, you can still play it and make it to the big boy leagues, with enough practice and determination. To see what's currently considered trolling and what's meta, I personally use the site MetaBattle or YouTube videos. Alright, now you have your class of choice. What role does it play? Roles are not official, so they don't technically exist. But they will be a key part of your gameplay. In no specific order we got the DPS slash the teamfighter. You generally want to stay in groups and do a lot of AoE damage. Make sure to stay near your support if you have one. Not much said about this one. The duelist slash the side noder. Your kit revolves around taking 1v1s. You generally want to fight the other duelist or the roamer at side nodes. Side nodes being the points located next to their spawn and your spawn, called far and close. You can of course go to mid from time to time with your great single target damage and sustain to snipe the enemy support. The support. You know the feeling when you walk into a room filled with people and they all start looking at you? Playing support is like that but 24/7. Your job is to provide health and boons while trying to dodge the 23 incoming CCs at the same time. Thanks to that, your build is going to have a lot of tanky elements, helping you live longer. And lastly, the roamer. A very high mobility assassin. Your job is decapping points when there is no one there, supporting your duelist from time to time, commonly referred as +1ing. You should never stay in a fight more than 1 minute. Your gameplay loop looks something like this. Go to a point, burst the target, move to another point. You do not want to sit in prolonged fights unless it's crucial for the team fight. Overstaying is your biggest weakness. Alright. Now that you have your class and role, let's look how to win a game of PvP. The main objective in PvP is capturing points, capping for short. Every 2 seconds, each node will produce 1 point for the team that's holding it. The first team that will get 500 points wins. Quite simple. But here's where the difficulty in critical thinking starts. Capturing a point takes around 6 seconds, and decapturing a point, also known as decapping, only takes 2. The number of people standing on the point does not speed up the process. So don't just stand there when there's already another guy here. You always want to be moving to another node. If you stand on the same point as the enemy, or use skills that makes you invisible or invulnerable, it will prevent you from capturing the point in any way. This is why people often call in the team chat close or far at the start of the game. It means that they will go there as soon as the game starts, so we don't end up with 3 people wasting time on close while the other 2 teammates are having 2v4 at mid. The most common role for going close at the start of the game is the roamer in lower heroes and the duelist in higher, as taking the 1v1 at the enemy close early game will put a massive dent in the enemy score. Generally, you don't want to cap every node you stumble onto. It takes a lot of time that you could spend in a big team fight. That's why you should just decap most of the time. It only takes 2 seconds, but it will take a lot more for the enemy, counting the trouble of rotating there. Speaking of movement, let's talk about rotations. The key to winning every game is movement. You need to consider your role and the opponents while rotating. For example, you just died in a 1v1 on close twice in a row. Don't go there for the third time. Try something else. Go far, help in a teamfight, anything but not that. The enemy will either get bored and leave, or he's going to waste time while you and your team 5v4 for mid and far. If you can't win by force, win by outmaneuvering. Rotations are the main bread and butter for roamers. Remember to track the enemy roamer and your own duelist. It's your best friend. Also remember that you have the superior speed. You should stay back and fully cap after a fight so the slower mates can get to other nodes. Let's talk about the main entertainment of PvP now. Picking fights and focusing on a target. After every fight you should try to remember skills and the general feel of a class the enemy is playing. We don't want you to end up like this, don't we? Let's talk about prioritizing targets. Generally, the support is the person you want to kill first. They will most often have skills to revive downed allies and provide massive amounts to healing. On the other hand, there are bears with no HP made specifically to deal massive damage. Most often from afar, like the famous Gunzerker. If you don't kill them fast enough, he will one-shot your whole team. After the support dies, it's mostly a one fight. Attack whoever has the lowest HP. Feel free to rebind your set target button. Focusing one target at a time with the whole team's burst is crucial. Even if you're new, it's better to have a target on a random guy than no target at all. You will have to think on the fly. Team comps are always little different. Okay, lastly, let's talk about special objectives. Every map has its own gimmick. The Battle of... What the fuck? The Battle of Kailo, every team has a trebuchet next to their spawn, dealing huge AoE damage. Using it is considered trolling, but coordinating it with your team by an external voice chat can make it real deadly. Jin's Dominion. In the middle of the map is a lamp. Entering the lamp and capturing the point inside it will grant you a special skill that can change a teamfight. Eternal Colosseum. Every 2.5 minutes, a shield and a sword will spawn at the very top and bottom of the map. The shield will revive you once after getting downed, additionally getting plus 5k extra HP to every teammate that is alive, and the Sword of Reaping will automatically execute the foes you down. Also grants every living team member plus 20% damage buff. The Forest of Nifel. There is 2 mini-bosses that spawned after the first minute, followed by a 3-minute cooldown, located at the very top right and left of the map. Killing the creatures will grant your team 25 points, and a plus 50 to all stats for the next 90 seconds or death. Legacy of Foulfire. Every team has a lord locked next to their spawn. You need to break the gates and kill a mini-boss for juicy 150 points. Revenge of the Capricorn. Every 3 minutes, a 4th node spawns at the top of the map. Capturing the node provides 25 points to your team. Additionally, every capture your team makes will make the next one worth 25 more points. So it scales from 25 to 50 to 75 and lastly 100. Skyhammer. Every 3 minutes a portal in the middle of the map opens, taking you to a small arena with a node. Capturing the node will fire 2 lasers at every point on the map. If the point is taken by an enemy, it will become decapped. Temple of the Silent Storm. 2 special meditations respawn. Stillness, that grants your nodes double the point production, spawns every 3 minutes, and Tranquility, that grants your team every point on the map at once. Spawns only 2 hours per game, first at 8:30 and last on 2:30. Alright, that's it for the gameplay. I sure might not be the best, but it's enough to get you started. Make sure to play the daily tournaments. On EU, I try to play most of them with Tarantula God. You can find me on the LFG in the tournament section. I will always have it set on all welcome. No rank, no skill required. You just stay and play the free games.
Help!
Oh yeah, you're still chained to the desk. Good luck. You'll need it. See ya!